This Flip Through Friday is for Pathfinder Role-Playing Games Ultimate Magic. So this is a book that has a lot of spells, a ton. It also has some different spell uses, the way you can cast spells. So anyways, here it is. A Magus is a new class. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in this book. If you're a fan of spellcasters, you need to have this book, especially if you play Pathfinder. Personally, I'm not a big spellcaster fan for most games. I tend to lean fighter, so I have not gotten a lot of use out of this book. But I have had players look through this book quite a bit. I've not allowed it in my games just because I've never really read this cover to cover. And that's just a matter of personal taste. I've heard a lot of people say they love this book, and I can see why. Like I said, if you're a fan of spellcasters, you want this book. It's a great book. Gives you a lot of additional features for Pathfinder with spellcasting. Archetypes, more spells, more feats, things like that, you know? I have recently played a cleric for the first time. That was a couple months ago. I really enjoyed that. And the other day I did play a druid. Now it wasn't for this system, but I did enjoy it. So maybe part of my problem is that I never really gave it a shot in previous editions of games. For instance, Pathfinder or any of the other games. So that's on me. I'm sure if I would have tried it in this edition, I'd have loved it. My wife always played a rogue. When we played Pathfinder, the first character she made was a sorcerer, and she loved it. That's her favorite class from Pathfinder. So just keep that in mind, you know. My personal taste just doesn't jive with this, but a lot of people love it. My wife made an oracle using this for a duet game between her and I once, and she enjoyed that character a lot. So again, there's fantastic stuff in this book. You like spellcasters, this is the way to go. I'll try to speed it up because I don't have a lot to say about this, and I fully admit that. Excuse me. Sorry, I've been cleaning out the basement and got a lot of dust in my nose right now. But yeah, and again, as usual with most Pathfinder books, the artwork is really, really good. Beautiful book, top-notch quality for books. There's hardly any company out there that can compete with this, so keep that in mind too. You know, I am selling this book if anyone's interested. It is, it's been barely used. It's not worn out. It's in great shape. The corners are good. None of the pages are ripped. There's no writing in the book. So if you're interested, make me an offer. Mastering Magic. Cool artwork, like I said. Now, you get into some different types of ways to use spells here. It is a cool feature. If you are just getting into Pathfinder, you may not want to dive too much into this, just because there are quite a few rules to Pathfinder. Not that it's hard or anything like that, but there are quite a few rules. You'll learn it as you go, obviously. Nobody expects you when you're new to a game system to just grasp it and know everything. But yes, I would not start with digging into this book if you've never played Pathfinder before, or 3.5 for that matter. Constructs that you can summon, new familiars. So a lot of these, like I said, people have wanted to use in my games, and because I didn't have the time to read through all this, I just didn't allow it. Now, it was something that as we played the campaign a little longer, I was considering digging more into this and letting my players use it for the next campaign, but we got away from Pathfinder, unfortunately. It's not a knock on Pathfinder. Pathfinder's a good game, good system. A lot of people play it. You know, we jumped onto the newest thing, so, you know. But yeah, look at it. Again, nice artwork. You know, it tells a story there. He's lighting the flame to be able to read the markings. So yeah. Love to hear your thoughts if you've used this book or made characters from this book. What do you think of this Ultimate Magic book? It's a great concept. It has a lot of good stuff in it. It doesn't feel like when you do look through this that they were like grasping at straws. I mean, it was well thought out. You know, I've heard stories that as you add more and more of these types of books on top of Pathfinder, the game gets a little bit out of control. I think that was also why I was so reluctant to allow these books. But it seems to me like most of the stuff is pretty well thought out. You know, I come from Palladium books, so balance isn't the hugest issue to me. But still understanding how somebody's spells and things like that can be used is important to me. So yeah, again, tell me what you think of this book. You know, what spells stand out to you? What abilities, classes? What in this book stands out to you as maybe overpowered, underpowered? Why do you like this book? Maybe why do you dislike this book? I kind of want to hear what everybody else's thoughts are on it. Again, I don't think I'll ever run Pathfinder again, but I probably will play it in the future. I like the game. It just kind of comes down to what my group would want to play, and frankly, right now I'm all over different games at the moment. So, again, I'll play it. I just won't run it. Now, something about this too. What makes this different than the spells that are in the original book? You know, there's so many spells in here, and there's also a ton of spells in the core rulebook. So, I mean, is there really that big of a difference? Again, you guys can clear that up for me. I'm probably not going to go through and read this, but I do love to have conversations about these things. So, again, just tell me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this video with Pathfinder fans, you know, and get them commenting on this so they can tell me what's up. Maybe they just want to tell me you did a terrible flip through. Maybe they want to say, you know, they appreciate the attention I'm giving to Pathfinder now still. I will do Pathfinder videos in the future as long as I play it. But my channel kind of revolves around what I'm playing. Or what's going on in my life, really. And I know some people might not like that, but that's just the way it is. You know, I do videos about what I like to do, and I do take suggestions. And if the suggestion is one that piques my interest, I'm going to do it. So, you know, I've done Flip Through Fridays for other books. For instance, my Pathfinder Game Mastery Guide book is one of my favorite books. In fact, I use that for almost any game I'm running, regardless if it's Pathfinder or some other fantasy game. I do primarily use it just for fantasy, but that book is amazing. You know, I will always recommend that book until the day I find a better book. And right now, that's a cool picture. Right now, I don't think there is a better book. It's not, well, it has a lot of system-specific things in it. Most of that book is system neutral. You know, it's a lot of charts to help you with your descriptions of different things. It's got, you know, plot hooks, names, types of scenery, I mean, you name it, it's probably in that book. Now, I'm not saying there aren't other books out there that have more. There might be books out there that have more stuff like that. However, I think Pathfinder did a great job with their Game Mastery Guide. I also like how thick the core rulebook is for Pathfinder. So, don't get me wrong, I love Pathfinder. I like their splat books they give you that are like $10 to $20. I like their adventure paths, you know, So yeah, anyways, so that was it for my flip through of Ultimate Magic. Be sure to tell me what you think below about Pathfinder in general, Ultimate Magic, anything I said in this video. I love to interact with my fans, or just my viewers in general. I guess I shouldn't call you guys fans, but you know, I love to interact with you guys about, you know, different role-playing games. Like I said, I'll play it again. I just don't think I'll run it again. So I don't know enough of the rules, even though I've read a lot of the books. You know, I find that when I was prepping for Pathfinder, I was trying to read up on too many of the rules as opposed to planning the actual game and how it was going to play, basically. So, and I don't like to spend a lot of time on rules. Rules, I think, are a little overrated. And besides Pathfinder, most of the other games I've run, I haven't had, after various sessions, as many issues as I did with Pathfinder, which is a little disappointing because I love the game. It's got a lot of great options for characters. You know, as a player, I think it's a cool game. To run it, for me, I don't know if it works for me. Good game, I just don't want to run it. So, thank you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.